Johnny Depp.
Hello and welcome back to the Remembering Tuscola webcast. I'm David Porter. I'm here with my pals Bill Englehardt and Mike Carroll. And
You talk about us?
That's us.
Oh, okay.
We're his pal. He's our pal.
We're all pals then.
We're all pals.
pals.
Yeah. It's a small group.
This is it.
That's it.
So what's going on today?
What's cooking, Bill?
Well, a lot going on. I got on my Tuscola. This is my Warrior shirt, sweatshirt.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah. And been going to baseball games. Want to see a couple of softball games.
Where's your hat? You're wearing a blue Titleist.
Well, I decided to wear the new hat.
Oh, that's good looking.
Yeah, I think it is too. Pretty nice
Where'd you
hat.
buy that?
I did. It was a gift. Nathan.
Oh, what a great guy.
Yeah,
Got her from Light Eye Golf, huh?
probably.
I had my hat on, but I took it off because I want people to know that I still have hair.
You do have hair.
Well, Bill should, yeah, I'm the only guy that really should wear a hat.
Bill's got hair.
Well,
Well,
okay,
It's hard to see. It's
okay.
kind of white. There
Pretty-
you go. You've got,
Old man,
well, you do have some.
my head gets cold. You know that? 80% of your heat goes out your head.
That's what they said. That's why you should wear a cap, so you don't lose that heat.
I have no insulation, Dave.
No.
It'll
But
happen.
yeah, I've been a little bit
Hey.
under the weather the last couple of days. So
Oh, no.
hopefully I'm on the mend.
What'd you have? The
Just-
Gahooties?
Just a cold.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
The Gahooties are the worst.
Those will get you every time.
Oh, man.
I don't know what those are.
Well, you got to go sit on the Gahootie throne.
Mm.
You had the vapors. Vapors are different than
Oh,
Gahooties.
me. I'm feeling liberated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this
Look at
is-
the green.
Yeah, you're feeling liberated after Liberation Day.
That was yesterday. I'm not liberated today. I was yesterday.
I feel a little different today.
Yeah.
I feel liberated from all my stock market.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was worried about my tremendous wealth. I'm not worried about it anymore.
My IRA, my Roth, my
Oh my God.
God.
Yesterday it fell 1,000. Today it fell $1,679, the Dow.
Points.
Wow. I guess Walmart, Wall Street doesn't quite feel this is going to work.
I don't think we're very positive on it. Liberation Day.
Well, down the road.
Yeah.
5
well,
years.
Our road.
Our road doesn't go that far, does it? My road runs out in about
We went
2
to Arcola and we might get to Galton now, time wise.
Yeah.
I read that this was the third Liberation Day since the inauguration
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's mentioned it 3 times.
for different reasons.
Yeah. Well,
Look-
we should be free of the bird.
Put a little spin on there.
Mhm.
Hell, Bill, I got to go back to work. Dave, you need a reporter?
I could use you, but
Well,
it sounds like you want to be paid. That's a problem.
I need more than I'm getting for this gig.
Yeah. Yeah. Good, all right.
I doubled your salary.
Did
You
last
did.
week.
You're committed. You should put in the paper.
Yeah, you put it in the paper.
I
Good
did.
God, I'm getting killed. I'm down.
You better believe we're getting killed. It's not good for
What does Caleb
old
say? What
people.
does Caleb say?
I
Hold
haven't
on.
talked to him about it. No, I don't want to bother him. I think he's working a lot.
Tesla's down 15. Wow.
Well, I'm young enough that
Wow.
mine
Thank
will
God,
bounce back.
thank God I have no money in the market. What am I upset for?
Yeah.
All
That's
my
what
money's tied up. All my money's tied up in long-term debt.
That's what I used to say till I started having money in the market. Then I had to pay attention to it.
Doesn't that change your whole outlook to actually have money? When I was
Does.
young, and I owed for a house, car, everything. I didn't have 12 cents to my name. I didn't care if I got in a car wreck or fell off a building.
It didn't
But
matter.
now I got 50 bucks in the bank. I wrap myself in pillows and stay in the closet all day, afraid I'll die. I don't want to lose my 50 bucks.
Yeah, it's like, interest rates fall, so people with money aren't making as much, but then people without money are like, hey, I can borrow money now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they got a saying in golf that applies to economics. Every golf shot makes somebody happy.
that's right.
Same with economics.
Hmm.
All right. Well, we probably want to get off politics
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who got us on there? Was
Me.
it you?
Bill
It was
did.
me.
Bill did
Hey,
it.
Bart,
I'm
you always
sorry.
want to talk politics.
Yeah.
Controversy.
Controversy, negativity.
Third up, David and I just want to be a nice guy.
Yeah,
That's right. We just want to look at these old pictures.
Yeah.
this was an afternoon of peace and quiet. I
You're such a
realize
damn
that.
radical.
Radical. Well, next thing you'll know, I'll be marching someplace.
Well,
Except I can't walk that far.
I was going to say,
I figure my name's probably on a list somewhere.
our days of marching are over, bud.
You're not kidding. The walking stick helps me just get here.
You ready to try and stump us, David?
Yep.
Boy, I
You
gotta
may have.
wait a minute. I think I know. Just let me get rid of this here if I can.
Second lady in from the left is Mrs. Helm. Wasn't she at our
Doris.
library?
Doris Helm. That's a young picture of her.
I know.
This must be 50. When is this? 57, David?
Well, it could be 57. I thought I'd picked up 65, but I think these look older than that to me.
I don't know.
I know. We know
Yeah.
her. The lady on the far right, I bet you've got a comment on it.
No, I don't have any comments on this one. I got a lot of comments this week, but not on this one.
None of them. None of these girls. Nobody.
No,
Any,
not yet.
looks a little bit like Doris, but I've never seen her that dolled up with pearls.
Well,
This looks like a church basement.
I'd say Hugo.
looks like the United Church of Christ down in the basement there, or where we used to like to have our meals.
Well, is that where you come down right from the side
Yeah.
door on the west?
Yeah.
It's got a little window there.
No,
I don't know. We're gonna. Well, there's a minister. Well, is that no?
Well, it sure
That's
looks like a minister.
Or law books.
I thought it kind of looked like a Bible, but I don't know.
Could be law books.
I
You
don't
got
have,
anything on this?
no, I don't have any comment on this one either.
Oh, there's Melbourne Yost on the left.
Yeah.
This is Melbourne was
He was big in the Masons.
Masons. Yeah.
I thought that fellow there was a preacher someplace. It's funny how these people look familiar, but I can't think of their names.
He was worthy. He was a worthy chaplain or something, wasn't he? Worthy master.
Yeah.
You
Master of Worship.
weren't you outside guard?
I played small forward.
Small forward.
Mike,
Guy named.
were you the Grand Poobah?
I was Grand Poobah of the left bank Kickapoo Indian tribe.
Mhm.
Until I
Shirley,
found out. I really Chickasaw.
Shirley Quinn thinks it's Margaret Varney on the left.
Anybody else?
Nope. Well, Melbourne Yost. But you got that one.
Oh, there we go.
Oh boy. Yeah. Bill Skinner on the left. That's Dan Ponder on the right. And in the middle, is that Burl Mills?
Burl Mills, I believe.
Me too.
That's
I
what
just-
I got.
Just talked to Bill Skinner's daughter, Esther Boyer, down in Greer, South Carolina, the other day on the phone. Talked to her for about 20, 30 minutes. Had a great visit.
Bill's a great guy.
Yeah, good man.
Well, there's Mrs. Carpenter on the
Yeah,
left.
that's Mrs. Carpenter.
Second one in from the right is Doris White, Phil White's wife, I believe.
Gosh, Mike, is this in the library? I mean,
That's Eastern Star. Did they meet down in the basement of
no,
the?
it would be upstairs in the Masonic Lodge.
Yeah, but you would think.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Marlena Schaefer says she thinks third from the left looks like Helen Sanderson.
Oh, it does. It does look like Helen Sanders.
You know what? I think you're right. Yeah, years ago.
So the one was Tracy Carpenter, and second on the right, Doris White. Anybody else agree with Doris White?
Yep.
I would say it's Doris.
Bill's wife. Looks like the basement of the library almost.
Tracy Carpenter never changed.
No, she was like Mabel Hull, Stepford wife. And now we should know some of these here. There's Doris White, third from the left.
Now, who's that lady back there in the background?
According to Shirley Quinn, Mrs. North.
J.R. North, yeah.
Yeah, Mrs. North. I
What's
knew
her
we'd
first
say
name?
her.
What's her first name?
Started with an A.
Yeah, J.R. was her husband. Agatha?
No, not Agatha.
Anastasia? Angela?
Close.
Anne?
Antoinette.
Arugula?
I think it was Antoinette.
Oh, here we
That was what
There's
it was.
Donna Walker Maxey. Donna Maxey, third from the
It
left.
sure is.
Young Donna Walker. Tracy Carpenter again. This got to be about 57.
Bet Donna would know all those women in that picture.
Yeah.
She says, Donna says it's Order of the Eastern Star.
Right. Did you give names?
Only the ones you've got.
Well, that was just one.
We just did.
No, you also said Tracy Carpenter.
Right. So,
Yeah.
so she didn't know the other four either.
You know
No.
what? Sometimes those folks come from out of town for.
Well, they come far east. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's
That was a big wedding.
what's the FM for? Freemason?
Buddy, you got me.
Farmers?
Oh, no, I wondered if this was at the F40 Martyrs because there's a basketball court.
Oh, you know what that is? That is over at they had a stage up there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 40 Martyrs.
Yeah, the FM is 40 Martyrs then.
Yeah. Or Freemasons, same
Or
thing.
Freemasons.
Just a little bit of different philosophy.
Really, I thought Frank Mitchner owned that building.
Yeah.
Ooh, FM.
Could be. What is the deal here? Is that the new Pope?
Apparently, there's a whole series of pictures of women modeling wedding dresses.
Well, that's always interested me.
That is.
Yeah. But I got a lot of names. People actually, they had a lot of fun with them.
Well, who's this one?
Well,
Dorothy Kleiss.
That's Dorothy Kleiss. Well, she's Catholic, so that was.
there's a lot of young kids there. This is.
Are they anticipating the girls getting married?
Showing them how it's done, I guess.
Early. Goodness gracious! Look at all those kids.
A Catholic family. They want big.
Yeah,
Oh, this is
that's
Barb
classmate.
Weber.
Weber.
Barb Weber Grimm,
Yeah.
class of 65. This may be 65 right here.
Could be.
Possible.
Well, there's Joe Caldwell's mom, second from right.
Yeah, Ruby.
Ruby, good looking.
Pretty,
First
pretty
Miss
lady.
Tuscola.
Nice lady.
First Miss
Yeah,
Tuscola.
first Miss Tuscola.
And I think I know who's on the left, but I can't quite figure it out. She was Eastern Star also. But this is the community building.
Yep. Tell by the pillar.
Ruby was in Eastern Star.
Yeah, this community building. Brenda French says she thinks on the left is Nell Weaver, her grandmother.
Hmm. That's Julie Dumas.
Julie or Dumas?
Dumas.
Dumas.
D-U-M-A-S. The French.
D-U-M-A-S.
The French is Dumois.
Dumas.
Dumbass.
Dumbass. That's what I was going to say. Oh, she looks familiar. That's Rosemary Bukovich.
I think you might be right.
I think I am. Do you have a name?
Yeah, that's what everyone else says.
Good Catholic.
A good lady.
There's Betty Cunningham.
Betty Cunningham. I'll be.
I'm
No,
trying, let's see who's sitting out there in the crowd. I can't. Is that Judy Lewis down here? Over the left.
That's hard to tell.
That looked like Melody Allison right there.
She wouldn't be at a Catholic affair.
Well, it could be open to the public, you know. There was the saint, Betty Cunningham. This looks like the Weber girl here.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Joanne?
Joan.
Well, it depends on how you pronounce it.
Yeah. According to Marcy, Joan Weber.
Or Joanne, as we called her in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
That's Hettinger, Francis Hettinger.
Francis Hettinger.
And Mary Ring in the crowd to the left. And the bride is
Is that a houseman?
Peggy French.
Oh, you should have had that as your class.
That's not her mother, though. That's not Connie's mom.
Well, does Connie know this?
That's according to Carol Hausman. Jim Irwin says she was my first grade teacher at Southwold in 1957.
Jeez. I didn't go to Southwood.
I did 1 year. Then they kicked me out.
I was going to say, they made you move.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not good on profiles.
Got initials?
DK.
Doris Kleiss.
Doris Kleiss.
Doris Kleiss. And
Last one. We weren't ready for weddings, were we?
No,
This probably scaring you to death, isn't it?
this is, yeah, this,
Looks like Brett.
Marcy asked, could that be Rusty behind her on the left?
Rusty.
Rusty Hirsch.
Harsh.
Don't know. I sure thought they got married earlier in this. I'll let you have this one.
I can't tell.
Got
Mrs. Sipe.
Got initials? No.
Marcy says it's Mrs. Harsh and Chris seated.
So we just asked for the initials. I'm going to guess Mrs. Harsh.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have a first name, so I didn't have a
Oh, you can say MH.
image for Mrs.
Well, it's Helen on the left, Helen Sanderson.
I'd sure like to know what basement they're in. This must be.
Well, now that does look like the United Church of Christ.
Yeah, there's the windows.
Yeah.
There's their.
That really does look like that.
They named beside Helen Sanderson.
Marilyn Moody says fourth from left is Joan Jividin.
Or second from right.
Vidin.
Helen was school secretary for L.H. Mann and Bill Sargent. Myself, I had the privilege of working with her as a teacher in the building, but what a great gal. And she could do more with a pencil and piece of paper than a computer ever thought about. She retired, we ended up hiring 2 people.
She's like John Henry, huh?
Yeah.
Beating the steam machine.
Yeah, she could.
Oh boy.
Guy on the right's a lucky man.
That gal used to work at the Four Seasons. What was her name?
No, I don't know. I was
lived out there where Joe Wills did on the Filson Road.
I don't have any names on this one.
Didn't live with Joe Wills, lived by.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, there's Ziegler.
Doris White. The Dean.
That's Dean Ziegler, worked at the lumber yard for many years.
Is that his wife in the middle?
No.
Lloyd
very,
Christine in the doorway.
yeah, I was going to say it's Christine.
That's,
This
is that gal in the middle?
that's not Ruth Ziegler.
No, is that Margaret Carroll,
Well,
Dale's wife?
relation to you.
She was Eastern Star from Garrett. Looks a little bit like Margaret.
Dean cleaned up nice, didn't he?
Oh boy, Kathy
That's
Rice.
Kathy Rice,
Kathy Rice on the right.
class of 65. Rosemary Bukovich on the far right.
Huh.
The one between Butkovich and um, let's see, I've got some names here. Which one is Kathy Reed Rice?
Left.
On the far left
Tall.
column.
Okay, so continuing, according to Marcy, you want initials?
Yeah.
JK and BRO.
Well, that's the Kleiss.
Oh,
BRO's Olehigh, Obrick.
According to Marcy, Gene Keene and Bev Rogers Obrick.
Bev Rogers Obrick. Gene Keene. That's Pat's
now
mom.
wait a minute. I've got to get real close to look at this.
Yeah, that looks like Pat's mother, Gene.
Well, now I see Bev, but I don't see. I just can't get Gene Keene in my mind on that.
Yeah.
Jean was appears to be taller. Maybe she had on heels so for the wedding. Yeah, Bev. I see Bev now. Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
On
On the right is Susan Cunningham.
That's Susan Cunningham. Next to her is Barb Kappas. Next to her is Maureen Deaver. Those two are a class of 66. Do you know who that is?
Susan was that 66?
Susan went to private school.
Yeah. And that's her mother back there in the back is
Mhm.
Betty.
But who's this young lady here? Next to Maureen.
Maybe he'll give us her initials.
On the left?
Yes.
Well, I didn't recognize her till Marcy gave me the name, and then I can see it. That was one of my mother's best friends. Well, still is. MP.
Peeler?
Thomas?
Peeler.
He is in
MP.
Paul.
MP. I don't know.
Martha Pancall.
Oh, okay. Lived out on the highway, Harold Pancall's wife.
Yeah, they live at South Ward Square now.
If I remember right, that's one of your mom's best friends.
Yeah, that's yeah, you remember that from 10
Yeah.
seconds ago.
Look at Maureen trying to pose as an angel there.
Yeah. We knew better.
We knew
Maureen.
better.
We
Yeah,
knew.
come on, Maureen. You
Come on.
can't fool us.
Come on, Mo. Okay.
Oh, God, look at there.
There we go.
Mrs. Kelmar.
I did recognize Mary Kay.
Yeah, Mary Kay's, yeah.
But
The
she's
hair
another
might-
one. She's another one who hasn't changed. She looks just like
Okay.
that today.
Not a drop.
Yeah, hair's silver, but that's about it.
We should know the gal on the right. She looks familiar.
Isn't that Mrs. Wilhelm?
It looks like, yeah.
Where'd you get all these wedding dresses? What was this all about? I'd like to know.
Well, Catholic Church had the Pope wanted them to have bigger families, more kids, and they just all got married
At once.
at once.
According
Oh,
to Toppy Moody, Sharon Hunt is next to Mary Kay.
okay. Looks right. Could be.
And then
Oh,
we got maybe Barb Wills.
Nope.
No.
No.
Nope.
Dorothy Kleiss.
Well, it could be Dorothy Kleiss instead of Wilhelm.
Yes.
All right.
Did you see Bruce Swihart died?
Yeah. Good old Brucey, Uncle Brucey.
And there are a couple people agree that Mary Kay has not aged a bit.
Yeah. You know, I was talking to Mary Kay about all of her four boys, all were valedictorian quarterbacks, great athletes. And I said, they get that from Rudy? She goes, no, Rudy. She said, they got it from my side. My brother was college football player. So all these years, I thought they got it from Adonis himself. He's built like fullback for Cleveland Browns.
I know.
But she took credit for the boys' athletic ability.
Yeah.
These are all 65. Oh, there's Joe Ellen. Good old Joe Ellen. Second from left. There's Doris. There's Doris Class on the right.
Yeah. This little gal on the left looks
Oh,
familiar.
there was that Spanish gal we had. It was about a year ahead of us. Devers class.
Spanish gal?
Yeah, Maria. She's in El
Oh.
Salvador now. Prison.
According to Marcy, Marcy says second one from the right, Clarice Hausman.
You know what? That is Clarice.
Okay, that's Marcy's mother. Doris Kleiss. Joe Ellen.
The oldest of the Cunningham kids.
And on the far left, I don't know. Chubb Connor thought it was Danita Luss, but Danita says nope.
Nope.
No.
Okay, you got them all.
Oh, Shirley Weber on the left. Shirley Weber Taylor. Bob's late wife. And then we've got Betty Cunningham. Then we have Mrs. Flume.
No,
Who do you think that is with their eyes shut?
I don't know.
Johnny Dobbs says a Peggy French.
Well, see, that's
I don't know this Peggy French.
well, you knew her daughter.
That's not Connie's mother.
Well, there were a lot of French families. Dumas, Dumas.
No, I don't.
Bill had a classmate named Connie French, and Bill dated everybody in his class, so he would know her mother. And that's one of the Calmar girls back there against the wall. Joanne Weber, Joan. And then a Calmar daughter.
I don't know if it's Calmar daughter. I think it's
Mary
Mary Kay.
I think, yes, I think it's Mary Kay in the back.
Yeah.
Boy, she looks like some of her daughters. I just want to see Bill Cunningham in a wedding dress here pretty soon.
Give it a moment.
I could see that.
I could see it happening.
Okay. Now we know all these people. Now come on. Come on.
Oh man.
That's Joan Dunn on the left, I think.
Wish's sister.
Wish's older sister. And we know the gal second from the right. We know if you give us her initials, we got her.
Jamie.
NW.
Nancy.
Nita.
Nancy is what I've got.
Oh,
that's Nancy Winskunis.
yeah, one of Bill Bukovich's daughters.
What do you have? What initials? NW?
That's the name. That's the name Marcy gave.
Yeah, that's Nancy
Is
Winskunis.
that a Bozarth?
Probably.
The oldest daughter?
I don't know.
WA's oldest daughter. They were Methodists, though.
Girl on the right looks familiar. Shorter gal.
We need initials.
Excuse me.
Is Jane Dunn right on the left or not?
That's what my cousin Becky says.
How about the right? Got any initials on the right?
Isn't that one Sandy Harsh?
Could be. How about second from left?
I don't have that one.
Looks like the oldest Bozarth girl, but I don't know what she'd be doing in there. Oh boy, there's a Dumas again. Dumas.
This is Swihart. Just passed away.
Yeah.
That's Janine Dietrich.
And that's
Althea Deaver.
Althea Deaver.
You got them all.
Mr. Dumas ran the dime store, right? Dumas?
Yes. So, yeah, we've named all these people.
Yeah, we've named them all.
There's Kathy
I
Weber,
didn't realize
Barb Weber, Kathy Rice, Joan,
Joan,
whatever,
Clarice,
Clarice,
someone named
French. There's a lot of French people
Betty
in town.
Cunningham, not Kathy Kalmar, Mary Kay,
Hunt.
Mrs. Butkovich, Rosemary. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got a lot of names on that one, so people can go
Yeah,
to
we got it.
Facebook and
We got 99.3% of those.
No problem.
trying to find my cursor.
I don't know where they got those dresses.
Well, I never expected all these women.
Well, I didn't either. You have any? Is that Mrs.
Rice.
Davis in the middle? Almost.
No,
Or is that
that's
Mrs. Grimm?
no. I don't think it's either one. Could
I bet you've got names, don't you?
I got some names.
Okay.
just give us the names. We'll tell you who it is. Don't tell us where they're at.
Millie Boris,
Millie Boris.
Far left.
Far left. Yep.
Jane Weber,
Did you say Jane Weber?
mm-hmm.
Nope.
I think that's according to Toppy, that's third from the left. Lucille Grimm,
No,
That's
I
it.
got her.
Fourth
Yeah.
from the left. Fourth from the left. Yeah. Bill had her.
Mary Joan Kahneman,
No,
Mary Joan Kahneman is in there.
no, that's not
That'd
her.
be,
That
that doesn't
doesn't.
look like Mrs. Kahneman.
No,
No, that's not her.
we don't think that's her.
We know this lady here. Far right. Who they say who the far right is?
uh,
Mrs. French.
see, I don't see on the
Dumas.
far right, but Kit Kahneman says her mother fifth from right.
Wow.
Kit said that?
Wow. She
Well, I
was,
don't remember her looking like that.
she was darker complected. Her hair looked different. Well, that doesn't look like her. But Kid ought to know her own mother, would you say?
Dumas.
And that's who Rudy Huber had also.
Well,
That's
we
it.
give up. They
We-
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lucille
here's
Grimm.
a far right, according to Connie Jackson Allen, is Eloise Kennedy.
There you go.
Oh, you know
what? Eloise Kennedy was at the health department one day when I was there. I talked to her briefly. That's
Her-
John's mother.
She does look a little bit like Eloise. We spent a lot of time at Rick Kahneman's house. It just doesn't,
Yeah,
look,
we
doesn't look
did.
like her, does it?
No.
Alice Bory says, I remember Mom talking about the wedding dress event at 40 Martyrs.
Mrs. Boris, I really liked her. Millie was a nice guy. Millie and Albert.
Marcy says, second from the left, she thinks Mrs. Meisenheimer.
Well, I don't know. She was a Weisenheimer.
I knew.
One of the people commented that she had made some pillows out of the dress that was on display, and it's a kind of a special thing for their family.
Well, that's extra points right there.
Yeah.
That's Mike Payne putting out a car fire.
That's the old
It
welding.
looked
The
like Mike
old-
Payne.
It's English is
Claude English was the original
Claude
welder.
English, and then Ron Wymore had the welding shop. Now, located there now is what, Mike? You remember where Wymore's?
Yeah, that's it. Right there is Route 36. And
Yeah.
Route
how's that?
36 and Main Street.
Main Street. I hope that's not a
It's about a 65 Pontiac.
hope
It
it's
looks
hope,
like.
hope it's not a Pontiac GTO. That'd be a waste.
Yeah.
I'm reading some of the comments. A lot of comments.
Yeah.
And they said what?
We saw Claude English's headstone out at
Yeah.
the funeral last week. And then who did it? Wymore? Ron Wymore,
Mhm.
welding.
Talked about Mike being the milkman.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I delivered milk for him.
Bill worked for him.
Yeah,
Best job he ever had.
3 mornings a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday mornings.
High school reached out to him and hired him as principal the way he delivered milk. So impressed him.
$20 clear a week. No check, no paperwork.
Cash on the barrelhead. Did you
Yeah.
report it?
Go about, huh?
Did you report
No.
it? Okay. Nice.
3 o'clock in the morning.
It was a hard job.
There's DeKalb to the west.
And you worked there too.
And I worked there
My
too.
dad worked there 15 years.
And right behind that must be the mobile plant. Wasn't that the
Yeah.
John Lloyd's?
Lloyd's.
Yeah. I don't know whose car that was. Should know.
Bob Taylor says might be Frank Earl Wilhelm in the white hat.
I suspicion so. Smaller in stature.
Pontiac made a good car, a
And
good
he
looking
was,
car.
yeah, he was on the fire department. That must have happened right there on Main Street. Okay, now this old boy here, gosh darn it,
We know
down at
him.
Labor Hall. He lived there next to the Italian house on Sale Street.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Well, they had a beauty shop there. His wife had a beauty shop, and his daughter was 1960 homecoming queen.
Is that Stabler?
Yeah, looks like Max.
Max Stabler.
We're going to get this guy on the right. His daughter, what was her? She married Jim Perry, 1960. Carol, I can go get the book and get her name. You got the guy on the right because I'll get his name.
Nope, I don't have anybody there.
You don't have anyone on this?
Don't have any names on this one.
Now, he was from Tuscola, and the other one looks like Max Stabler to me.
I'm going to grab the 1960 book. Carol, what was her name?
I'm trying to think of this guy's name.
Well, I know, but that's his daughter.
Yeah.
Moore?
Hmm? No. I don't think, Mike. Seems like he was a business agent or something for Labor Hall. Long time ago.
Mhm.
He used to go uptown, fellow on the far right used to go uptown in the evenings and get something from, seems like Gus's every evening.
Looks like they all have the same logo on their hats.
Yeah.
What's that
Wonder what
building in the background?
Well, I'm trying to figure out where they were working.
Okay.
Now we know the rest of the story.
Well, this is where, you know where the post office is? County Chronicle post office is where
Tom Bennett.
Tom
lived,
Bennett had his insurance
and
agent.
that house was
His
next
house-
to it.
It was just to the east, and they had a beauty shop there. And I'm almost positive that Christine Moore, when she came home, that was her mom's beauty shop.
Really?
Yeah, and Christine Moore was homecoming queen along with Jim Perry.
They eventually married.
Jim Perry married my cousin Carolyn Oy from Garrett. She passed away and they got married.
Christine Moore was really a pretty girl
Yeah.
and a very attractive lady even yet.
What book are you looking at?
1960 Tuscola.
1960 Tuscolian.
I'm going to show you a picture of him here in just a second.
You know what? I think you're right. His name was Moore, but I can't think of his first name.
Well, I think that's where they live.
I think you're right. Very good.
Are you out of pictures?
I'm out of pictures.
Well, good. I'll look this up real quick.
Real quick, past a minute ago.
Well, if you think I'm slow, just let me know.
You're not slow.
Right there. Well, I got it wrong. Christine Moore was DAR. Jim Perry was homecoming queen with Donna Hausman. And there's Christine Moore in the court. There we go.
There you go.
And Christine Moore was DAR and
Kurt Turner.
Kurt Turner. Talk about somebody not changing.
Boy, he doesn't change.
So the candidates we all know these guys. Mike Lemna. There's Steve Allison, good old Steve.
Book.
Kurt Turner. There's Powell.
Money Pal.
Patty Powell.
Patty Pal.
Christine Moore.
What a good class.
Well, there's
Adele.
Adele Dotson.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Carolyn Morris.
That was really a great class.
Carolyn Jackson married. Well, Carolyn Jackson married Phil Morris, both from the class of 60.
Really a good group.
60 was a good class. I rate it in the top 10.
Judy Moore. Huh.
Judy Moore, there's Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some unbelievably great classes go through here, Dave. I've always rated yours one of the top 3.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got an appointment here, so we got to wrap up.
Well, if we're boring you.
You're not boring me. But
David, thanks for helping on the times today.
Yeah, we're sorry. I had doctor's appointment. I slipped in, threw it off, and then Bill kind of was off. So thanks, David. We always appreciate it.
all right. We'll see
good
you
day.
next week on Remembering Tuscola.